Hi guys, I'm Missy, and if you're new here, welcome, and if you're returning, welcome back. My room is a little messy, discombobulated right now because I'm kind of transitioning from kind of like, right now it's like my craft room slash my filming beauty room, and I'm trying to transition it more towards my beauty room. So I will have a video coming up where I'm going through and kind of decluttering some craft stuff. So that's why this is kind of looking different here behind me. And then I also will be working on my declutter series for makeup too, because it's getting a little too much. Alright, so that being said, today what I want to do is I want to work with the grease collection from Revolution Beauty, or Makeup Revolution, however you want to say it. So I got quite a few things from it. I didn't get everything, but I did get quite a few things. I'm going to zoom you guys in a little bit, and I'm going to start showing you what I got, and then we're going to start using it, okay? Alright, so let me show you the tools I got first from the collection. So I picked up the little 3 sponge set. The packaging is super cute. Grease came out in 1978, which is the year I was born, but I did grow up watching Grease and Grease 2. I am one of these who actually likes both, and I love the music in both as well. I know there's a lot of people that don't like the second one, but I'm someone who likes both. Alright, so the other item I got, tool-wise, was the brushes. I really like the packaging on this, so I think it's super cute. And the nice little touch of, some people are so touchy, which Rizzo says in the movie. And then I got some makeup items. I did pick up the Hopelessly Devoted highlighter palette. I picked up the 2 cream blushes in Rizzo and Sandy. I got this mascara, eyeliner, and lip gloss set. And then I got 3 lipsticks. I got Rizzo, I got Sandy, and I got Frenchie. And lastly, I picked up the 2 palettes that were shaped like their jackets, the T-Birds and the Pink Ladies. They did have a bigger one that was shaped like the car, but after I bought the Batman one that was like huge, I don't really care for the bigger palettes. I'm more for the kind of smaller palette size. So let me open all of this up and then we'll get started. Alright, I'm just going to prime my eyes with the Glam Light Icing in Buttercream. I prime my eyes for every single eyeshadow look I do, no matter what brand it is. Alright, so I'm going to start with the eye look first because I never know what the fallout is like with certain brands. So I like to start with eyes first. And I think I'm going to use both palettes. So let's just open them up, take a look at them. So this is the T-Birds Rock and Roll Birds palette. That's what the outer packaging looks like. And then it opens up like, oop. It opens up like this. No mirror in here. I do wish they'd put a mirror. It says, "That's my name, don't wear it out." Another line from the movie. It does magnetically close. So this is mainly your kind of purple, black, and some like a white and a nude color in here, some brown. All right, let's open this one. This is the Pink Ladies one. Again, just looks like the Pink Ladies jacket. It says Pink Ladies, Pink Rules palette. It opens up magnetically as well. It says too pure to be pink. And it's, as you can see, it's got the pink, a red, and some neutrals in here. I have to look, I'm not sure. I think this might be a pressed glitter. I hope not, because I hate pressed glitters, but it definitely looks like one. So I thought we would pair these two together and kind of create a look. I will say I gravitate more towards the purple color scheme wise, but obviously I like the Pink Ladies packaging more. Okay, so the brushes that came with the set that you could order, you get a couple eye brushes, these 3 eye brushes here. You get this kind of rounded, tapered one for applying the shadow. You get an angled one, and then you get this kind of like flat concealer type brush, and then you get 2 face brushes. One is angled and one is not. And then I pulled out one of the sponges to use. It says Grease X Revolution imprinted in the sponge there. I pulled the teardrop shaped one out. But let's get started with the eye look. Let's see here. I want to start with, let's use this one, and I want to pack on, let's start with this purple here, and I'm going to pack that on this side of my crease. Right. There is some fallout in the pan, but not much. Alright, that was definitely a lot lighter than I thought it was. So this time I'm not dusting it off, so I can get more payoff from it. Okay, that's better. And I'm just packing it on with that brush. Now I'm going to clean off the brush, and I want to go into the Pink Ladies palette, and I think I'm going to go in and put this one here, this Love or Hate color, on the inner part of my crease. Again, not much fallout on the palette. I'm just going to kind of connect right here. This is going to be a colorful look because I want to do pink and purple, but you can easily get a neutral look out of these palettes. If you guys want me to create a neutral look in another video, just let me know down in the comments, and I can easily do that. Okay. Alright, so that goes on nicely. I will say I feel like this pink might stain, but we'll see. It might not. Sometimes it surprises me. I'm just going back in between the two colors, going back into that purple, and I'm building it up. and I'm going to build the pink up. And then I'll be right back to do an outer corner and some shimmers. Alright, so I've packed the purple and the pink on. I'm going to go into Pink Ladies palette in this kind of white shade called Go Get 'Em. I'm going to go into this white shade called Go Get 'Em and blend it out because I don't have a light pink and I don't have a light purple matte to use, so I'm going to go into the white in that palette to help me blend these out. And I am using a Michaela X Glam Light Blender brush for that because that's the one thing that's lacking in the brush set is a bigger blender brush. Okay, now I want to go into the T-Birds palette and I'm just going to take a little bit of this black called Greased and I'm going to put that on my outer quarter. Just a tap, not much. I'll go back in if I need more. I just don't know how pigmented it may be. Because I just want to deepen up this outer edge just a tad before I go in with my shimmers. Okay. I'm going to wipe that off. I'm going to go back into the purple and go over top of that black because I want to get it to look a little more purple than black if I can. All right. I did lose that light purple a little bit, so I'm going back in and kind of tapping it back over to get it back in between where I did the dark and the light. Alright, now I'm going to put on my NYX glitter glue and we're actually going to use this brush that came with the collection to do that. I'm going to put it all over my lid and then I'm going to go in with my shimmers. And I'm just taking the point and going across. And I'm bringing it up higher than my crease because I have hooded eyes. And I like my shimmers to show above my actual lid. Okay. I'm going to wipe that brush off. And first things first, we're going to go into the T-Bird palette and we're going to go into this dark purple shimmer called Burning. Okay. It seems very creamy. I'm just going to put it right there on this outer edge. That it comes off almost more black than it does dark purple. So just a heads up on that. In the pan it looks dark purple, but on the eye it comes off more black. Okay. And clean that off the brush. And then let's go into the Pink Ladies palette, and I'm going to try this kind of like burgundy-ish shimmer in between, and I'm going to go in with the light shimmer when I get to the inner corner of my eye. Right here. Okay, that one comes off lighter on the eye than it looks in the pan. That one's called Looker. I'm just packing that across with the brush. And then just kind of flipping my brush and going back and forth between the two. To get a blend. Alright, so now I think what I want to do I want to go into the T-Bird palette and do this light purple shimmer called Lightning. Reminds me of the song Grease Lightning. If you're a fan, you know, you know. The song sticks in your head. And I'm just going to put that right here. Ooh, that one's pretty. The other shimmers are pretty too, but I love this one. This one's really pretty. Okay. Alright, I'm going to work on my blend, put some of the mattes back in the crease because I'm losing them, they're fading a bit, and I'm going to repeat it on this eye and I'll be right back. This is the majority of the top of the eye. I'm going to have to pop off, do my foundation, my concealer, and bronzer, and then I'll be back to do face products. Alright, so I forgot I had the makeup sponge to use. I did already do my foundation with a brush, but I have my bronzer and my concealer sitting, so I'm going to spray this with some MAC Fix Plus to wet it, and then we're going to go in and blend this out with it. It feels pretty soft. Okay. It's definitely not my favorite type of sponge. It is a little bit firm on the face, but it's better than some I've used. But it's still not one I'm gonna like go out of my way to buy again. Alright, so I'm going to switch to the teardrop side for under my eyes, but first let's blend out the concealer on my chin. On my chin and my nose. Let me get this bronzer that I put on, I forgot. I don't know where my mind at is today. I keep forgetting steps for some reason. Alright, now let's do the teardrop side under the eyes. Blend that out. Okay. Right, nice. Alright, I'm going to set my under eyes real quick. I'm just going to use the Lunar Beauty pink powder for that. Which if you guys saw my last new to me makeup video, I fell in love with this powder. It is so blurring. It looks so nice. I have the light and the pink. I like both. I'm just going to press on the back of my hand there. Just to set my under eyes. So pretty. Just kind of tapping it a little bit over where I put the rest of the concealer. Alright. Now, let's get back into the Grease collection. So we have two cream blushes. We have Sandy, which is this darker of the two. Have that. Then we have Rizzo, which is this nice pink color. So I think what I'm going to do is do like an ombre type blush. I'm going to go in with the angled brush first, and I'm going in to Sandy. Alright. And I'm going to put that back here. Okay, that's pigmented. Yeah. You don't need much of that. That is pigmented. It's not showing up as much on camera about how pigmented it is. Maybe right there you can see. That is very pigmented. I'm feeling very 80s right now with the blush draping and the eye look. Alright, now let's clean the brush off, and I'm going to go in to the Rizzo one, which is that lighter pink. I'm going to do it up here. If you're someone who really likes your blush to show up and you like cream blushes, you'll like these two. Okay. Alright, I am going to go back over that with my foundation brush and kind of tone it down a little bit because it's a little too much for me. Just a trick you can do if you don't want your blush to be overpowering. Just go back over with your foundation brush or makeup sponge that you use with your foundation. Okay, that's better. Alright, now let's go in to the highlighter palette. So these look very glittery. This is the Hopelessly Devoted highlighter palette. And these are what they look like. I think I'm going to go in with these two lighter ones in the palette. I think you could definitely kind of use these as a glowy blush too. They look like you could do that. Let me grab a highlighter brush. Alright, sorry about that, guys. I had a phone call. But I'm going to go into these first two here. Sorry, these first two here. I do think you could probably use these as a glowy blush too. I'm going to have to grab a highlighter brush because the other one's too big for what I want. I'm going to go in with a fan brush because I don't want it to overpower my look. I'm going to go in with the kind of like medium mauvey pink color first. Just put it right there. Okay. I see the glitter. Yeah, it just mainly distributes glitter on your face. I'm not a fan of that. Alright, I'm going to grab the lighter pink now. Yeah, even going into the pan, the glitter is just coming off like crazy. That one's got a little bit more sheen to it, but yeah, I don't really like this highlighter palette. It's just not for me. Alright. This I would pass on. So far, everything else I've liked. Alright, I am going to grab an eye pencil and put that in the waterline, and we'll come back and finish under the eyes, and then we'll do the lips. Alright, so I put ColourPop's Creme Gel Liner Crybaby in the waterline. And then we're going to go back into palettes. And I start with the T-Bird palette here. And I'm going to clean off that brush that we used for the shimmers. And I'm going to go into Systematic, that lightest purple in the palette. I'm going to put that under the whole eye. Alright, this brush is not going to work for what I want it to do, so I'm going to have to use a different brush. Let me grab... Alright, I'm going to use this one from Singe Beauty, the E04. I'm going to pack that purple across my lower lash line here. Now, if you wanted to make it a little more smoky and not as bright as I did, you could go with a darker pencil, like a darker purple in your waterline. I am having to pack this shade just because swiping it doesn't really want to show up. Alright, I'm going to go into that Pink Ladies palette And I'm going to get that. I'm going to use the Love or Hate, the pink we used up in the crease. And I just want to go under the purple. With that. Okay. And then I want to take a little bit of the black, and I just want to tap that right here on this outer edge of my eye. A little bit more, and go back into that pink, go under that black a little bit. Alright, and then I'm going to take the blender brush. I'm going to go into the white of the Pink Ladies palette called Go Get 'Em, and I'm just going to go under everything. Kind of soften it up a bit so it's not quite as harsh. All right, I think this is looking super pretty. So the only light shade in here, let me see what this Peachy Keen looks like. Yeah, let's try that. We'll do the Peachy Keen and the Pink Ladies palette for our inner corner. Oh yes, that is what I wanted. Okay, I'm gonna put that on the brow bone too. I like a brow bone highlight. We'll see, these colors are not really true to what they look like in the pan. Alright, now just blend that a little bit. I told you guys I'm like super forgetful today. I don't know what it is. I forgot I have a mascara in here to try, and it looks like an eyeliner. I typically don't do eyeliner. If I do it, it's just kind of like to cover my lash band, especially if it's liquid, which I'm pretty sure this is. Yeah. So let me curl my lashes and we'll do the mascara together. Make sure this is the mascara. Nope, that's the lip gloss. This is the mascara. Alright. So it's a big chunky wand, which I don't mind for my upper lashes, but you can't really use these for your lower lashes. And I don't know, this one's pretty big and I have small eyes. I've never really used Makeup Revolution mascara before. This is my first time using their formula. It's okay, I guess. spots on this eye. Yeah, not really a fan. But I'll finish putting it on. I might go over it with my own mascara and my, well, not mine, I don't have a collection, but a mascara I enjoy. And get back in. It's kind of dry. Okay, that looks like it got more on the wand that time. And it's separating the lashes, I'll give it that. It's just too big of a wand. I am going to layer some more of this, see how I like it. If I don't like it, I'm going to put another mascara on and maybe lashes, and then I'll be back to do the lips with you guys. Alright, I'm back. It is one of those mascaras that you kind of have to do several coats of, and it does kind of curl a bit, as you can see there, but it's okay. Not my favorite. Alright, I did put on a lip liner. I used LA Girl's Ultimate Lip Intense Auto Liner in Nonstop Nude. So let's go in with the lipsticks first to see what colors we have. So we have Sandy first here. This is very cheap component. So that looks like a nice pinky nude. Actually, it looks more like a straight up nude. We have Rizzo. Okay, Rizzo is a red. So we'll save that for last. And then we have Frenchie. And Frenchie is like your mauve pink color. So let's do Frenchies first. Okay, these lipsticks are very waxy on application. Yeah. Yeah, I don't like how they did that. There's a little embossing and a little kiss symbol, lipstick symbol. So that is Frenchie. Goes nice with the eye look. But I have better lipsticks in my collection. Let's wipe this off and then we'll try Sandy, I believe it is. Yeah, we'll try the nude, which is Sandy. Alright, so we're going to go in with Sandy now. That one's kind of like a orangey slash peachy color. Again, still feels waxy. So there is Sandy. Nice nude. Going with a peachy, orangey nude. I like Frenchie's color better than this one. Not a huge fan of the color of this one. At least not with this look anyways. Alright, let's take that one off. And then we're going to go in with Rizzo, which is the red. Alright, I'm not going to do any lip liner with this one. So let's do Rizzo, this nice red. This is not going to go with the eye look whatsoever. But if you want to do a neutral look, I think this would look pretty with it. very pigmented. Alright, so there is Rizzo. Pretty red lipstick. Alright, I'm going to wipe that off, and I'm going to try the lip gloss now. I don't know if it's pigmented or not, but we'll see. This does kind of stain a bit, just heads up on that. Alright, let's try the lip gloss. Lip gloss doesn't really have a name. Looks to be red. Oh yeah. That is a pigmented red lip gloss. Alright, so I've got some stainage from the lipstick still around here, but this is the lip gloss. It's not quite as red as the lipstick, but it's still red. Pretty. And it doesn't really smell. Yeah, it doesn't have a fragrance or anything. Alright, so I think I'm going to go back and put on the Frenchie lipstick, and I'll be back to finish out the video. Okay guys, I'm back, and this is the finished look using the Makeup Revolution Grease collection. So let's talk about a couple of the things. I do like the palettes. I think the look came out really pretty. I like both of these. The packaging is a bit cumbersome, but it's small enough that it's not too bad to try and store, and it is kind of squared off a bit. So these I do like. The shimmers are pretty. They're not like super sparkly, but they're sparkly enough to get the looks across if you kind of like more of the sheeny shimmer. The highlighter palette I do not like at all. It just literally just puts glitter on my face, and you guys know how I feel about glitter. I cannot stand it. So this I would not purchase again. The cream blushes, I like both of these. They are very pigmented, so be careful when putting them on. I did have to tone it down. I did use both. This one in particular, the this one, the sandy one, is the most pigmented, and a little goes a long way, let's just say that. But they are very nice. They're a nice formula. I will say, because they are cream, I'm already noticing from heat they do bubble, so keep that in mind. The sponges, I used the teardrop shape one. It's not bad. I've used better, but I've also used worse, so you could kind of take it or leave it. The mascara, I don't like the mascara. I really don't. I really put several coats on, and it didn't do much. I mean, it curled some, and it did give some lift, but it's just not enough for me. So I'll pass on that one. The brushes are actually very nice. I used all of them but this big powder brush, and they actually worked for what I needed. The only thing I will say is they did need to put in a bigger blender brush, because I did need to use one of my own for that, and a kind of like smudgy brush. So keep that in mind if you're looking at these brushes. And let's see, the last thing are the lip products. The lipsticks I don't like. They feel like kids makeup. They feel waxy. It's pretty color, but I have much better lipsticks, and this packaging is so cheaply made. The lip gloss is okay. It just reminds me of like a dollar store lip gloss. So all in all, in this collection, I would have purchased only probably 3 things, which would be the palettes, the blush, and the brushes. Everything else I could just kind of leave. So that is my opinion on the Grease Makeup Revolution collab. Looks pretty, but definitely a look I can wear out. But yeah, I have much better quality items in my collection. So, alright. If you guys would please like and subscribe down below, really helps my channel and I would appreciate it. Until next time, guys. Bye.